choose to, then you need to follow the regulations in relation to fares. So there needs to be a receipt. It needs to itemise the charges. All right, so in terms of registration, registration's open on the 1st. So they go live on our website on Sunday the 1st of July. You can get directly to the registration by the short URL, sro.vic.gov.au/troop levy registration. You can also just type in /troop levy, and that will take you to all of the information, including a recorded version of what we're doing today. So if you're wanting to recap on the information we're providing. As I mentioned, they open on the 1st of July. Your registration is not due until the end of the first quarter, which is the 30th of September. The levy starts on the 1st of July. You can start charging the levy to passengers from the 1st of July. Okay? Now you don't need a computer to register. You can do it on your smartphone or your tablet. It's one page of information. It takes 5 minutes. There is a video on our website already explaining the process and how you register. In terms of that due date, the 30th of September, if you're not yet operating a business but you start one up, you have to always lodge your registration within the first quarter that you've begun operating. Right, so if all of you are required to pay the levy and register for the levy, then you would need to register by the 30th of September. In terms of when you then lodge your quarterly returns, they're done 4 times a year, each quarter. You have 30 days from the end of each quarter to lodge the return. And it's all done through our website. So when you register, I'm going to take you through the process. That registration process gives you a customer number and a login, and you can log in at any time and make any changes that you need to. Everything's done through that online portal. So I've got 3 screenshots now of the registration process. When you click on the button to register, you just tick some declarations first. It says you're authorised to provide this information, etc. Then your details. It's your name, your surname, your mobile phone number, and your email. That's it. And then your ABN. When you put your ABN in, it pre-populates your business data for you. So it's all pre-built, so you don't need to enter that information. The next section and the last section, all again on the same screen, is to select the type of service provider that you are. So you've got rank and hail work, a booking service, and then the third type of registration is for where you have an affiliation agreement. So this is for scenarios where you have, or someone else may have done it on your behalf, they've basically agreed to lodge your returns and pay the levy for you. So if you have an arrangement with a third party, you would, or they would tick, that third party would tick that third registration box. Now it's possible...
Sorry, just while on that very subject,
yes.
Can that third party be a driver?
Yes.
So a network service or booking service provider could say all their drivers look, collect the levy, pass it on to us instead of registering yourself.
There needs to be a formal arrangement in place, so there needs to be a formal agreement.
Okay, but the answer is yes. I can say all my drivers, you guys give me the $1.10, I'll pass on to you guys.
I believe that
save them registering,
yes,
etc.
Yes. Yeah.
What?
You can change your registration type as well at any time. If you're not sure whether you pick the right one, you can change it. You can also be more than one. So you can be selecting rank and hail work and booking service. So you can select more than one registration category, and if you do that, then when it comes time for the quarterly returns, you just lodge a return for each category that you select.
So,
but in that scenario, if you're wanting some clarity on that, I would ask us directly, get it from us in writing, and we'll provide that for you.
Because I'm from the country taxi service provider, no high cars, so we're going to put the job on the meter, so it'll be included in the fare. So we're passing on $1.10, and we've got 70 drivers. I'd rather they didn't have to register with you guys because they're all up in arms as of yesterday.
That's exactly why.
We've had 6 days notice about this and they lost their mind. Cabbies aren't the smartest guys running around, right? They're just average human beings. They don't have to deal with paperwork every week, month, quarter to do this. So I can do it for them.
Yes,
it comes back to that.
As a booking service provider, I can say to them, look, don't worry about the SRO.
Yes.
Give it all to me.
Yes.
Give it to you.
Yeah, and the process that you would follow when you tick that box, on the website we have a template for you as well, a CSV file, so it's like an Excel file that gives you a template of how to provide the information that you'll need to provide at the quarterly return. So you'll list the troops, drivers.
Yeah.
There's also a free text field there for your registration ID. That's free text because we know that there are different registration IDs for different industries. So just put your ID. Yeah, so again, if you're unsure, you can leave that blank. That is possible to leave that blank if you don't have it or you're not sure what that is, but you can certainly get in contact with us and we can find that out for you. Final bit is to just enter the first date of the trip after the 1st of July. So if the first trip was made on the 1st of July, just enter the 1st of July and then select register your business. From there, you'll get an email straight away from our office with a confirmation that the registration has been submitted. We will process that for you. We'll get back to you with your login details for your account and instructions for how to lodge the quarterly return. So as I've mentioned, 4 times a year is the return. You do a return 4 times a year. We'll also email you a reminder so that you know that it's due. You'll just be providing us with information about the number of trips during the quarter. If you take an advance booking and the booking actually takes place in another quarter, you just declare it in the quarter when it actually occurred. So don't worry about declaring it in the return that you took the booking, if that makes sense. Because if that falls through, then obviously you haven't been able to prove that.
What about advance payments that have been made prior to the 1st of July for payments for trips after the 1st of July?
Yeah, so it doesn't matter about when you've been paid for the service, it's about when the service actually took place.
So I've got to rebill the customer for your fee.
You can choose when to bill the customer for it, but in
The
terms of
customer
when the
has already
levy is
been
paid.
billed and paid for their trip.
Yeah, so you've already
Therefore, we've
collected
got
the
to
levy.
generate a new fee, a new charge to the customer of $1.10.
No, you don't. It's just another one that you're going to cop on that year. It's like a mini we've copped on again before. Yeah, it's all right. We'll just
already
resolve
paid.
that one.
You've already paid, it's just about when you pay to us,
Oh,
when the trip actually takes place.
Like you're saying, in this scenario, he has to bill the customer $1.10 if he wants to pass the levy.
But we haven't passed on the levy as yet.
The levy
You
doesn't
haven't
apply
told
to
us
the
what
1st
it
of
is.
July.
But it will apply to that fare.
You collect the fare, the full fare, if that's what you're saying, you collect the full fare in advance of that order.
No. Now, up until today, I've collected fares in July and August.
Yep.
That doesn't have the SRO fee on it.
Yep.
And I've already collected the fares because I invoice the customers for the fares.
So because there's a legislation.
So what are we saying?
We issue, by legislation, you pay.
Yeah, by the legislation, you're required to pay it, but because you've already billed them, then you're in a difficult position because you either have to go back to them and ask them for the dollar or wear it.
But thanks.
Because
That's
we-
very kind of you to make me wealthy.
I just wanted to talk about where trips have multiple stops because there were some questions that we got about this. There was a recent ruling. If a single journey involves multiple stops, for example, a wedding, so a high car scenario, it's still only $1, even though you are going to multiple locations and picking up and dropping off, it's the same booking. If there are multiple cars, however, so for again using the wedding example, if there were 3 cars booked to transport the bride's party, it would be $3 in total. The record-keeping requirements under the Taxation Administration Act, and this is the act that the State Revenue Office administers all of the legislation under, is that you must keep your records for a period of 5 years. They can be electronic. You don't need to keep reams of paper or anything like that, as long as the records are sufficient in the case of any compliance activity. If we needed to see those records, you'd need to be able to provide them to us.
Just with that, what sort of detail? Like, for example, flight transfers on Monday,
Yeah.
or like...
The record-keeping requirements are exactly the same as they already are.
I wouldn't have a clue as to how they are already.
This is
Yeah,
not
okay.
a layout for each one.
All right, well then, so we'd be looking at the trips, the details of the trips, where they started and where they finished.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's... All right.
yeah, the number, yeah.
Can I just say, all these things are sort of geared around the big companies. Uber can do it, they've got staff to do it. This is a layer of red tape that we're absolutely opposed to. we nominated a yearly fee, put it on our registration, and we've done it in one go. Anyway, so we don't go, we'll go something on rants again.
It needs to be noted because it is correct. If you don't lodge your returns by the due date, then we are able to issue a default assessment. Now, with those default assessments, penalties and interest can apply. We need to communicate that to you so that you understand those obligations. These are obligations set under the Act that we have to administer. If you ever receive an assessment, you can lodge an objection to it, and you lodge it through that same portal that I told you about before that you would be accessing for registration.
Just another quick one. So what if, for example, at the end of the quarter, you lodged and paid, your assessment,
Yep.
and for some reason the SRO wasn't happy with it, really, how would they then, so if they asked you to see, prove how many trips you've done and all that, so would they then go into the detail of the booking? And this is where I'm just concerned about privacy for my clients, because I've got arrangements with certain clients where we've signed confidentiality clauses, and we're not allowed to talk about what we do for those clients, and we get, obviously paid.
The compliance activities that we undertake with any Act that we have to administer, we are restricted by the powers within that Act. So all of the information that's provided in the case of any formal compliance activity is of course subject to secrecy provisions and privacy provisions. We're not going outside of those powers to do anything. So, and this is not anything new with this. It's the rules that we have to abide by. We're required to abide by them by law. So, a lot of people haven't had much to do with the SRO until, they have a reason to through compliance or something like that. But we are a professional organisation. We do have standards and we will adhere to them. And you can have confidence that we can treat your information respectfully and privacy. And within the law, that's what it comes down to. We've only administered and living within the law.
Can we just keep going? So let's finish it. We're running on.
Yeah. Okay, so if you need to update your detail, it's all done through the portal again. Our resources available on our website, as I mentioned.